But what do you do to relax?
I watch trash TV.
That's good.
Love After Lockup is a must.
That's a must,
every
y'all.
Friday night.
They didn't cut me no check. You can't be giving them no promo. They ain't cut me no check. Hey beautiful people, Success Mentor Dante J. Worth, and I'm back with another video right here on Audacious Believer TV. Now, if this is your first time tuning in, I need you to make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure that you like this video. And make sure that you are commenting down below. My team and I absolutely love to read your comments. Now tonight, we're being joined by the wonderful, the fabulous, the one, the only. Tell them who you are, darling.
I'm Shani Curry Mitchell.
Yeah! Now we invited Shani Curry Mitchell on tonight to talk about a higher standard of justice. Before we talk about that, we're going to ask you the question we ask every single guest. What is your story?
My story? I am a wonderful, beautiful
Yes, you are.
woman of color. Born and raised here in Rochester. And I'm the youngest of three.
Okay. Hey, baby.
I'm the baby.
Yes.
And so I've always loved serving others. I've loved serving others, and I've always wanted to give back to my community. My sister was, so I left Rochester, I graduated from Wilson.
Yes.
I left Rochester, went to Spelman College.
Yes. Okay.
And then after law school, I went back to Atlanta and I began practicing as a district attorney.
Nice.
And I've always loved it. But in 2002, my sister was murdered. Here in Rochester, at the hands of her boyfriend, you know, in front of my nephews. And that just kind of changed everything for me. You know, I had this wonderful career, I had this home. And then your life is shattered, right?
Trajectory shift.
Everything changed. And so I needed to add something to the family. So I want to be a parent. I know. It's not that big of a tax break. So
Listen,
don't do it.
It's all right. I get a puppy.
But so I needed to add something to this broken family. And so I started to become an adoptive parent.
Wow, nice.
But God.
But God.
So actually, I then found myself in the motherly way. So I wasn't able to complete that journey, but I did become a mother to a wonderful son, Miles, and I was a single parent for a long time. But through that journey, I became this advocate for justice, right?
Yes.
And especially for women who find themselves unable to tell their story and their pain and wanting to fight for victims, really. And I became, I think, a better prosecutor. But I want women to be able to say, because my sister was never able to talk about what was going on. So it was tough. But anyway, I love this criminal justice system, and I went back and obtained my master's degree from Boston University. In criminal justice, and then I wanted to teach others about this wonderful system. And I ended up back in Rochester after I finished teaching at SUNY Canton in Canton, New York.
Nice.
And I was working at the DA's office here.
Yes.
And I saw how wrong things were.
Not wrong.
Wrong.
Wrong. Okay.
Real wrong. And I said, I know that I can make it better. And so that's my story.
She said, I want your job.
I want to make this system better.
Yeah.
And that's been my whole journey. My whole story from the beginning is that my father was a public servant here in Rochester with the Rochester Board of Education, and he wanted better for the students of Rochester, right?
Yes.
And so I've always wanted better. I wanted better for my son. I wanted better for the people of Fulton County when I was in Atlanta, and I want better for my hometown here in Rochester, because we can do better.
We can do better. So when you think about a higher standard of justice, what does that mean to you?
It means that we include offenders as well as protecting our victims. And the only way we have true justice and safety is that we include offenders in this conversation. We have to address the issues that cause them to offend.
Yes.
What we know what it is. We know is that they need to make some money, right? Reason why people commit crimes, right? So we have to get into delve into those issues. Lack of education, right? Mental health issues, drug addiction. So let's fix those things that cause them to offend. Then we can stop the revolving door of offending, and we can create true safety because they're not committing more crimes, higher crimes, and the like. And if we use our resources to fix some folks, we can pay closer attention to the ones who perpetrate the most harm.
Yes.
So let's include. So the higher standard of justice means we're going to include everyone in this process. We're going to address the issues that cause people to offend. We're going to protect our victims. We're going to educate our victims. We're going to educate our community. We're going to bring everyone into this fold to fight this system together. We're going to fight this together.
We got to win. It really is, because a lot of times we look at different situations, we always say the person is a criminal. I mean, they're innocent until proven guilty, but a lot of times they're guilty until they're proven they're innocent in our minds, if that. And they still might be guilty in our minds. But so that's good that you want to bring the higher standard of justice. So have you ever experienced injustice personally?
Oh, yes, I have. You know, I was stopped one time in a rural part of Georgia, and they locked me up.
They locked up. They won't let me out. Locked up. Yeah, the DA locked up, y'all.
Obstruction of justice. I had the case dismissed, but it was racial profiling, and I told the prosecutor, "You have a dirty cop." So I know what it's like.
Call a thing a thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it.
It was injustice, but you know, and then I'm going to say while I was in the DA's office, I felt some, you know. We wanted, me and another prosecutor wanted to diversify the office because we lack diversity in the Monroe County DA's office. And so when we were allowed to go to the National Black Prosecutors Association conference, and we said while we were there, can we please recruit, do a part of the job fair? They had a job fair, other DA's offices were doing the same thing, and the current administration told us no.
And that's to let something up in you. You said I'm coming for your job.
They told us no.
Lord have mercy.
I think that's a bit of injustice, right? All we want to do was create an environment of inclusion,
That's
right?
Good. Yes. Well, let's go. All right. Moving forward, and why besides that reason of injustice and wanting to create this new higher standard of justice, why do you want to be the DA?
Because I know I can do it. Listen, when I first started as a prosecutor, I worked under a man named Paul Howard. Paul Howard, African-American DA, and I was in an office of predominantly black attorneys, assistant district attorneys, and we really understood this concept of justice. And it really takes, people who know injustice really know how to present and make things fair, right?
Right, because they have empathy.
We have empathy, we have compassion, but we also know when things are wrong and we need to set it straight.
Yes.
And I know that I love this community. I left and built and obtained the tools, right? I sharpened my tools, and I came back so that I could create this better community than I left, right? And I know that I can bring together various communities, right? So that all of us can benefit from what justice should look like. Yes. We can build a stronger community to make us safer. And so I want to be that change agent.
Yes.
And I want to be Monroe County can be like the place where they say, wow, they're doing great things up here, right?
Yes.
And we can move ourselves forward and say that, look, we are doing some wonderful things here with justice, and we are including offenders, we are protecting victims, we're doing wonderful things with domestic violence, we're helping domestic violence victims as well as offenders, right? We're treating everyone up, everyone gets help, but everyone is also being held accountable.
Yes, that's cool.
Accountability is important because no one can be fixed, right, until they are held accountable. So accountability is important, but we can also work to address the issues that cause them to offend.
That's good. I know that you have long days and you're out here doing the work, but what do you do to relax?
I watch trash TV.
That's good.
Love After Lockup is a must.
That's a must,
Every
y'all.
Friday night.
They didn't cut me no check. You can't be giving them no money.
Trash TV is my go-to. I'm sorry, that's what I do.
Yes, all right. And when are you most at peace?
At home with my family. I have a husband, I have a son, and I have 4 bonus daughters. 3 of them live here. One lives in Maryland, and we have one bonus. My bonus daughter here has a baby grandson, so we get a chance to spend time with him, and then we have a bonus granddaughter down in Maryland, so we don't get as much time to spend with her. And then I have a great niece that is here with my nephew, and I have 2 great nieces down in Maryland. So when I spend time with my family, that is the most peace. And of course, my parents are still living. They're still doing well. Annie and Archie. And Pearl and Archie. But that's when I'm most at peace. My family is everything.
That is awesome. That is so good.
Yes.
Are you ready for rapid fire questions?
Okay, let's do it.
Favorite book?
Okay.
It's all right. Let him use you.
Let him use you. My favorite book. Okay. All right. The one that I just read was American Marriage by Tayari Jones. She's my Spelman sister.
All right.
Okay.
Favorite movie?
Oh, Love Jones.
Ooh. What is your purpose?
Ooh. Help. Ooh.
Tell us, let it flow out of your belly. Out of your belly. You ain't got to think about it. Let it flow.
Okay. Rapid fire. My purpose is to bring justice to Monroe County. All right. And raise a strong black man.
Yeah. Strong black man. And finish the sentence. Justice is
equality.
And to be audacious means to be
free.
So tell people how they can find you online, how they can support your campaign, give you their coins. You gotta buy them ads.
You gotta buy those ads. You gotta send out those mailings.
Yes, all the mailings.
ShaniCurryMitchell.com.
Yes.
Shani Curry Mitchell 4 District Attorney on Facebook.
Yes.
Shani C4DA at Instagram and Twitter.
There you go, girl.
There we go.
Yes, in the coins. Until next time, remember that life is meant to be enjoyed and not just endured. How you doing?